Yo, cult! The biggest fight of the first half of 2026 is here. Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. This is the matchup nobody saw coming, but it's exactly what we deserve. This is Combat Cult MMA. Never back down. Let's get it. For the first time in UFC history, we're expecting a masterclass in chaos. First at the press conference, then inside the octagon. Chimaev might break the record for hammer fists from the crucifix position, while Sean Strickland is definitely going to break the record for the most canceled sentences spoken into a microphone. The real question is, can the challenger get under the champion's skin, or will Khamzat keep his cool? Even native English speakers have a hard time tracking Strickland's logic, so good luck to Khamzat. Dana White has practically promised to keep these two in separate rooms just to avoid a pre-fight riot. Long story short, we're getting the good old UFC vibes with plenty of trash talk. Finally. But the action inside the cage is where it gets interesting. Can Strickland, the based redneck, reclaim his hope for the most anticipated trilogy in modern MMA? Will we see a repeat of the Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis fight? Is the challenger about to be crucified by those Chechen Emirati hammer fists, or will Sean pull off a massive upset? And most importantly, is the Boars bringing a wrestling blanket to the party, or are we going to see the return of the Smesh? What's up, guys? Today we're breaking down the upcoming middleweight title fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland. Do the rituals, smash the like button, grab some food, and let's dive in. The evolution of the Boars, we've almost forgotten about the old kill smash era. Lately, Khamzat has become more calculated, more composed. The brawls and constant drama have mostly faded, except for that recent run-in with Ian Machado Gary. But let's be real, the Celt started that one. The Chimaev from 3 or 4 years ago was a different animal. Wilder, more chaotic, and maybe even more charismatic. It's a bit of a shame we haven't seen the Boars in the cage as often lately. His new persona really showed in his last fight. We saw the most pragmatic Khamzat of his career. He essentially tucked DDP in with a wrestling blanket and didn't let him breathe. He took the belt from one of the horsemen of the MMA apocalypse, and now he's facing the second one in his first defense. This is how you usurp power. But the big question is, if Chimaev wins, what's next? It looks like a move to light heavyweight, 205 pounds. Khamzat hasn't hidden the fact that he wants 2 belts. In his mind, you can't really talk about being the baddest man with only one strap. Back in February, the internet exploded with rumors of Chimaev versus Jiří Procházka. It turned out to be a false alarm, but the fight with Strickland is likely Khamzat's swan song at middleweight. He's following the Ilia Topuria blueprint: defend once, then move up. The contender graveyard. Remember 6 months ago when we had a whole list of killers who could give the champ trouble? Well, forget them. Caio Borralho stumbled in his contender fight, Renier de Ritter got handled by Borralho, and fluffy Anthony Hernandez got brutally shut down by Strickland himself. Then there's Brendan Allen. Well, he's still Brendan Allen. That leaves Nassourdine Imavov, who has gone quiet and seemingly doesn't want to push for the title shot. That's the whole list. In this landscape, Chimaev moving to 93 kilograms, light heavyweight, is exactly what the UFC needs. Sure, in a new division, Khamzat won't be the biggest or strongest guy anymore, but his wrestling dominance isn't going anywhere. I have a feeling nobody is safe from the horizontal smash. Whether it's Magomed Ankalaev, Procházka, or Jan Blachowicz, they all look like Boar's food right now. And then there's the wild card scenario, a fight for a vacant title or a massive BMF-style bout between Khamzat Chimaev and Paulo Costa. Imagine the hype if Ricky Martin finds his second wind and goes on a run. They genuinely dislike each other. It's the perfect script. How Strickland stole the show. For about 6 months, Imavov was the #1 contender, but then Strickland showed up like a ghost from the past and reclaimed his throne. Sean ruined everyone's parlay, neutralized the biggest threats to the champ, and jumped the line to get back into the title hunt. To be fair, Imavov has himself to blame. He did zero work to build the fight with Chimaev, just giving the champ respect and saying they're cool. The UFC has never liked that attitude. On the other hand, Anthony Hernandez was in a win-and-you're-in situation against Strickland, but the former champ completely dismantled him. So now we have Sean, with 2 losses in his last 3, both razor-thin split decisions, as the primary challenger. Dana White defended the move easily. Yeah, he lost, but to whom? DDP in a fight that could have gone either way. Plus, Sean already beat Imavov on short notice. He's a trash talk machine with genuine animosity toward the champ. He's the perfect contender for a big gate. Nobody is really complaining about Strickland getting the shot. There isn't that feeling that he stole it from someone more deserving, unlike the situations with Arman Tsarukyan or Evloev. Our favorite based king is heading into the toughest fight of his life. The technical breakdown, Smesh versus Philly Shell. Most people expect Sean to be stuck under a wrestling blanket for 25 minutes. But people buried Strickland before the Hernandez fight too. They always do, and he keeps pulling off upsets. Can he break the mold again? Chimaev's wrestling is ultimate. It might not be as flashy or diverse as Islam Makhachev's, but it doesn't need to be. You can't stop his takedowns. The horizontal smash coming at you in the first 5 seconds is a nightmare. He's taken down everyone, even put Kamaru Usman on his back and dominated him for a round. And the way he handled Duplessis, that's going in the history books. The big surprise was Khamzat's cardio. It turns out his gas tank isn't just for 1.5 rounds. He worked all 25 minutes against DDP, controlled the pace, and while he got tired, it wasn't any worse than any other elite fighter after a 5-round war. He's closed the book on the bad lungs narrative. The downside? Khamzat can get emotional. We saw it against Gilbert Burns. He turned a tactical advantage into a backyard brawl because he wanted to prove he could strike. If he lets Strickland get in his head and tries to mission him on the feet, things could get ugly. Khamzat has power, but playing the striking game with Strickland is a dangerous gamble. Strickland's style is like an unkillable bald heron. He uses that pressure, the jab, and the Philly shell defense to outwork almost anyone. He dictated the pace against Hernandez and even made an elite striker like Israel Adesanya look lost. Plus, his cardio is bottomless. He trains by fighting random people in a garage every day. His style doesn't even seem to burn energy. The final verdict, will the classic Sean be enough to survive Khamzat Chimaev? The intrigue is off the charts. This feels like a White House-level card. My prediction, Khamzat Chimaev wins. No matter how well Sean stays on his feet or defends the initial shot, once the cage door closes and that pressure starts, it's a different world. I see a repeat of the DDP fight, possibly even a finish. The odds have Strickland as a massive underdog for a reason. Khamzat might even take more risks on the feet here because, unlike Dricus, Sean isn't a one-punch King Kong knockout artist. He's a volume guy. Khamzat by ultra-dominant decision, 50-45, or an early submission. But hey, it's Sean Strickland. Anything is possible. What do you think? What's stronger, the mountain spirit or the redneck magic? Drop a comment below. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends. Remember, the cult must grow. This was Combat Cult MMA. See you in the next one.
Yo! Combat Cold! MMA is back in the building. Forget the delivery. Grab your burritos and some extra hot wings. We're talking blood, sweat, and some real legendary championship shit. Let's go! Saturday night and the lights are glowing. Dana's in the back and the money is flowing. The ball boss promised the White House show, but all we got is heavyweights moving real slow. I'm on the couch watching the main card. Why is making weight so freaking hard? Adesanya's out here looking like a pro, but Joe Piper's hands are ready to go. It's the Combat Cult. We're obsessed with the cage, watching sweaty dudes on a global stage. From the BJJ mats to the octagon floor, we're screaming Dana, give us some more. Leg locks, head kicks, and a broken nose. That's just how a regular Saturday goes. Yo! Check the prelims. Don't you dare fall asleep. Now the old Sterling's making opponents weep. The ladies in the cage throwing hooks so clean, folding defenders like a laundry machine. Then comes the BMF, the belt for the tough. Is Max still the king, or has he had enough? Oliveira's a backpack, he's glued to the spine. If you can't wrestle, man, you're running out of time. Buggy chokes, rubber guard. Why is the ground game so freaking hard? Herb Dean's waiting, looking at the clock while someone's getting kicked straight in the pausa. Wait! 100K respect points to the ref. The crowd is going wild. They're going down! He's on the card. Is this a glitch? One's got fast hands, the other's in a ditch. Is Izzy still a lion or a pampered house cat? He's getting taken down, laying flat on the mat. Get your tissues ready, wipe away the tears. The anime kid is facing all his fears. 1-5 in his last 6, that's a tough pill. But the combat cub is hungry for the thrill. It's the combat cub, we're obsessed with the cage. Watching sweaty dudes on a global stage. From the BJJ mats to the octagon floor, we're screaming Dana, give us some more. Leg locks, head kicks, and a broken nose. That's just how a regular Saturday goes. Yeah! So subscribe to the channel, hit the like button too. CombatCultMMA is coming for you. Eat your wings, keep the vibes real high. We'll see you next time, until the legends die!